What is up, everybody? Happy Friday, your favorite day of the week. Why, Gabby? Why, Gabby?
Not just because it's the last work day or day of the work
That's
week.
right, because you get to come back here and watch our show, your favorite show. It is Charlotte for the week. Huge week this week, and a big week, I'd say, in terms of obviously this game is the biggest game of the year. As far as results go for Charlotte, a lot of news, obviously, with the transfer window quickly coming to an end now. Moves are starting to happen for Charlotte literally as we speak. So a lot to talk about. I guess we'll just jump into it, starting with the recap. So,
I mean,
like I said, this was. Oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah,
You go ahead. I want
Charlotte
to hear your thoughts.
1, Cincinnati 0. Good game. I mean,
Best game. I mean, literally best game of the season, right? For result wise, I mean, not to watch. It was not super pretty. It kind of oozed those 2024 Charlotte vibes, right? It was very, just very good defensive form. Tim Ream, outstanding. I mean, he was great in this game, but not to be outshined by Christian Kahlina, who not only had probably the best game, well, not probably, he definitely had the best game of his season, probably of his career at Charlotte, which is saying a lot. Obviously, he won the goalkeeper of the year last year, but my gosh, he made so many saves in this game. Just kept him in it, kept him in it, kept him in it, kept that clean sheet, and when we needed a star, who rose up? But of course, the guy I'm wearing. I'm not going to turn around because I'm a little sore. Worked out a lot this weekend, no big deal. But
can't
Zaha,
tell.
right? Zaha shows up when we need him most. Uh, Credit the assist from Tokomani, good header up in the air, and then I mean, what a volley by Zaha to finish it. Did have a red card in there, which obviously Cincy fans were not too pleased about. It was a clear red card, by the way. They were worried, I guess, about the before that happened. They thought there was a foul. Whatever. That might have switched momentum. It didn't matter. What a gutsy 1-0 victory. That now makes it how many victories in a row? How many, Gabby?
5, I mean, longest in club history.
I mean, what's not to be excited about with that, right? And I mean, they were in second place. Obviously, first game without Pep BL. No Ashley Westwood because of the suspension for one game. I mean, just, on the road against second place. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better result. So, I mean, I guess I'll pass it off to you. I don't know if you have anything to say, but obviously I'm excited about this. We should be excited about it as a club, but anything to add?
I mean, I think you honestly touched on a lot of the big highlights from the game. I mean, poor Zaha, his back has got to be hurting. Carried the team like a champ. In
Like my bet. Henry put me to work this weekend doing like
oh,
gravel shoveling and stuff, so I'm a little sore, so I know what he means. But yeah, continue. Sorry, beside the
don't
point.
ever compare yourself to Zaha.
Athletes, we're both athletes. I also ran a 5.2 this weekend, no big deal.
A 5'2"?
Difference. 5.240. Yeah, right here. 35 years old, 5.2.
Oh, well,
What can you say?
we can tell
Boy
it's
still has
catching up with you that age, but
it. But anyway,
no,
that's
seriously. I
enough
mean,
about me, right? This
Zaha.
isn't about me. This is about the team and their great results. So anything else to add there?
No, I mean Zaha played phenomenally. But so super impressed with how he played against Cincinnati. Definitely looking for a sixth win on the road. Or sixth
Oh, yeah.
win. Yeah. Well, not on the road, but in a row.
I know what you mean.
So, yeah, no, very excited to see kind of where things are going. I did really love I like how you put it, the 2024 vibes for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were out and about in this game.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
and we had talked about. I mean, you and I even previous to this game about how many games Cincinnati seems to win 1-0, right?
Yeah.
And so this one seemed for sure like it was headed that way. I mean, Cincinnati was certainly better in the first half than Charlotte. That midfield missing those two players I just mentioned clearly showed itself. They tried to put Zaha in there, which didn't really work. Not necessarily because of him, just didn't really mix. Once they moved him back outside, a lot better. They even moved Vargas in there for a minute. But yeah, I just thought it was, I mean, a very gritty game. Obviously, not super pretty to watch. But I had said that on the show. I mean, I didn't even mention that. Another great feat. I did pick it exactly right last week on
Yeah,
the episode.
I was
if you watched.
literally about to say.
Yeah, so I missed it, my bad. But yeah, I mean it was just that type of game, just pragmatic, just kind of, you know, bend, don't break, have good defensive shape. Kahlina comes up with huge saves, and then we get the goal we need from the star that we have. So couldn't ask for much better from that one. But hey, in the MLS, it's all about what you can do next week, right? So we're already kind of moving into that. What a segue, actually, for the next segment, right? News for the week. We'll move right into it. Because of that outstanding performance, of course, Christian Kahlina made the team of the match day, first time this season, if I can recall.
Yeah.
Obviously deserved it, right? I mean, this was an all-world game for him. Kind of surprised Tim Ream's not on that team because he didn't put a foot wrong in that game neither. But whatever, they left the old man off. But hey, Kahlina makes it. Congratulations there.
Harry
Anything
Toffolo?
else on the news for the week?
Or am I saying that right? Toffolo?
I think it's Toffolo. I haven't actually seen it, but Toffolo is what I think I've seen.
Officially announced that he's making his way over to Charlotte. Very, very exciting news there. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Yes. Oh yeah, I mean, I think this is a huge. This was obviously the first real signing of the window, if you will, for us. Harry Toffolo. I hope I'm saying that right. We'll get it right eventually, but he comes over from Nottingham Forest, which is a Premier League side. It's on a 3-year deal. Like I said, we kind of talked about that a bit last week, but I mean, he just fits a need that we have at left back. I mean, I cannot wait to watch him. Ream at left center back, Malanda at the right center back, and Byrne on that right side, or Marshall Ruddy if you want to bring him in. Those four back there with an informed Kahlina, or maybe somebody else, more on that in a second. That is a dream right there. I cannot wait to watch all of those guys back there. He's going to be he's going to have the speed that we've just been missing on that side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really, really excited about that signing. So, for sure. Anything else there?
I mean, I'm very excited for Harry Toffolo to make his way over. Definitely wonder what the dynamic will look like in the sense of Privet. I mean, he's not been on his best game. I think it's just he's been off of form, so it's home for the next one. It doesn't mean that Privet's not going to end up playing important minutes. Don't get us wrong, but it is, at this point, the way Ream's playing, you're not going to move him, and obviously Toffolo is going to be on that left side. So poor Privet will probably find a little bit more time on the bench than he did early in the season and what we anticipated, but I think it's for the best. And again, he's an athlete. This is part of it, but I think this is only going to help him, right? I mean, he'll still play important minutes. I can promise you that. So just nothing to hurt over there, I guess, right? No, I
make
agree.
it sound like you broke up with him or something. We didn't do that.
I mean, with the way he's been playing every now and then, we might need to.
I was getting a little. Yeah, we were all getting a little Arthur meme, the knuckles or whatever. Yeah, that's a little bit threatening, actually. I didn't mean it that way. You know what I mean.
Much love for Privet.
Anyway.
What else we got?
Good. So 2 new things happened literally today, like as I was coming home, right? So, well, actually, one of them happened earlier in the day, and then the other as I was coming home. But it is that time. The transfer window ends in, I think, 9 days from now. This is Tuesday, so I think it's about another week and a half. Before it does end for the MLS, and Charlotte is starting to make some moves. They gave Toronto cash, general allocation money to be exact, GAM, I guess for short. They gave them cash for a 2025 international roster spot. What does that mean? That's not a player. Yeah, I know it's not a player. But obviously they're opening or needing to open another international spot. Again, the MLS construct rules are really weird. You can only have so many international players. You can only have so many VPs, yada, yada, yada. Well, Charlotte went and bought an extra one today. And it is 2025. I stress that. So that means somebody's got to be coming this year, right? This can't be opening it for 2026. They're opening it this year. So it stands to reason that they think they're going to sign somebody internationally. Now, this could be Archie Goodwin. We've mentioned him a couple other times on the show. I don't know if they already had a spot open for him, but it seemed like he is all but signed. They haven't announced it. Maybe they had to open the spot to get him to officially sign. I don't know. That's just me reading between the lines. But they did get another international spot for what it's worth. Not the big news there. The big news that happened, like I said, as I was driving home from work today, Charlotte trades I don't know what yet because it hadn't even been announced what Charlotte had to give up, but they traded for Drake Callender, goalkeeper from Inter Miami. Goalkeeper from Inter Miami. I just mentioned how Kahlina just had the best game of his career. Obviously, Kahlina's been the OG at Charlotte from the beginning. 2024 Goalkeeper of the Year. No idea what to make of this, right? We all think we need another midfielder, perhaps, and assuming Archie Goodwin is the striker coming over. Just another midfielder, I think, to kind of help balance with Pep being out for a little bit would be good. Goalkeeper, Gabby?
I don't know. It's a very odd.
Yeah, hard to process right now.
I wouldn't even say that. It's just a little bit confusing from a management standpoint on why we are getting a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still trying to understand it.
Yeah, I mean, Kahlina's had his ups and downs this year. We've talked about it on the show, and so has everybody in Charlotte Twitter, universe or whatever. But I mean, I did immediately go and look, and to be fair, this guy, at least on the transfer market, which if you guys again follow the show, that's one thing I follow to a T. I don't know how accurate it actually is, but to me, it tells me how valuable this player is perceived, at least in world football. And so this guy is actually worth almost double the amount of money on transfer market than Kahlina. He's 6 years younger than Kahlina. We know Kahlina has a couple young children. Maybe he's looking to move back over, seas to finish his career out somewhere else. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe they're looking to move him to get another international spot because they feel so good about this new guy. We still have Bingham on the bench and Marks on the bench as well, but their contracts run out at the end of the season. Maybe this is just a move to, bolster next year's backup, but that just seems crazy. I mean, this is a pretty good goalkeeper we're talking about. He's played for the U.S. international team.
I don't know. I just don't know, from a financial standpoint, how this is going to benefit Charlotte right now, as it sits today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money in the goalkeeper position. I agree, and they need to be able to spend that money, in my opinion. Again, go get Archie Goodwin if that's the player you're talking about at striker. We need another one of those just to complement Toklamati. But then, one more player we were thinking was going to be that midfielder, and not to say that it can't be, right? Maybe this is just a move to go make another move. We don't know Zoran's master plan yet or anything, so it's take it with a grain of salt. But it was very shocking to see that news kind of come across for Charlotte. I did not expect goalkeeper to be the position we went out and got. That was kind of my 2 cents on it.
I still don't even fully understand. I'll definitely have to get some insights from some people at Charlotte FC
He's got some insight.
We'll see, just to get a better understanding of what's going on. I don't know. It just doesn't really seem like a smart financial move for the club as a whole. I feel like we're just pissing away money. No offense, Charlotte. I don't know. It doesn't make much sense to me. I definitely think the money could be very much used elsewhere, a bit more effectively, especially considering that, we do have Kahlina. Obviously, these trades it's not just like an overnight flip of a coin type of thing. We're just
he seemed shocked by it. It seemed like the player didn't even know it was coming.
Yeah.
It was even more shocked.
I feel like there's got to have been some talks.
That's more Miami's fault than our fault, though, to be fair. That ain't on us.
Yeah, I feel like there's got to have been some talks for a little bit. I don't think this was just an overnight thing. So, I don't know. It doesn't make too much sense to me. I also just don't know, we need to be filling our roster with an additional goalkeeper when we do have someone as talented as Kahlina. And let's say he does leave the club here soon to go settle down back home and whatnot with his family. But also we have Bingham. Is he a bit older? Sure. But still such a very talented individual.
Yeah, well, it seems like we have enough of them. I agree with you there. I had texted the group chat earlier. I don't think you're allowed to play with 2 goalkeepers in a game, but maybe you are. I just don't know the rule, but we don't know, right? I mean, like I said, we'll trust in the master plan of our GM, see if there's more out there, and maybe it is just for security next year. Who's to say? But nonetheless, it did happen, and that actually is, I think, all the news we have for the week. What's up, everybody? Just quick little update that we'll throw into the video. So we had said, obviously, on the video last night, Tuesday, when we filmed it, that it was still in the works, but was actually announced this morning. Archie Goodwin to Charlotte FC, official on a 3-year deal. Love to hear it. Probably more analysis in the upcoming videos. Don't want to give too much now, but yeah, just wanted to go ahead and clarify that. So the international spot we traded for was in fact for him, to go ahead and get him officially signed. So once again, Archie Goodwin to Charlotte FC on a 3-year deal, official for the crown. Let's go, baby.
All right, now getting into the scores and I guess around the league. I'm trying to be like Mark and host this segment.
Everybody tries to be like me. Often emulated, never imitated. This one.
I've never heard that. That's a new one for me. That's your 35
I've heard it
years
before,
of wisdom
but to
up
pull
there.
that out right there was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I got chill bumps saying that. So anyway,
You're
sorry.
so
Back to it.
corny. I want to use another word, but this is a family-friendly show.
It's supposed to be, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Understood. Appreciate you holding that in.
Of course. But starting off strong, Philly and Toronto tying things out.
Yeah. Big first place, right? Versus, I
Yeah.
don't remember, 13th or so, right down on there. So good job, Toronto, yeah.
I mean,
And then to even further the kind of madness with Philly drawing, right? St. Louis beats Nashville. So 3-1. St. Louis sitting in again, 14th place, Nashville up in 3rd, or I think still in 3rd. They dropped down. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, another one of the top dogs losing points. That's a common theme for this weekend.
yeah.
What are the others?
I mean, we've also got my fave, of course, after Charlotte FC, San Diego beating Sporting Kansas City. The trash.
Kept that one in there for you, yeah. And yeah, they just keep rolling, don't they? They can't lose.
They
cannot
really
lose right
can't.
now.
Every week when we get on here and talk about them or mention their scores, it always just, I don't know, just like, I love a good underdog story, truly. Not that they are underdogs per se, but I do love a good story, and I think that they've just got one. So I'm really, really excited to see how they finish out the season, truly. And obviously we'll get into the standings later on, but just very, very impressed with what that club has done as a whole.
Be. I mean, obviously first season in the whole league, and darn near in first place. I mean, they are in first place.
Yeah.
We'll get in that.
And they're
but
dominating.
Crazy. And like I said, that's the other. Yeah, they have that number 6, that Tarkowski, that I really, really like. That's a player that I think Charlotte should go after, not other goalkeepers.
I was about
another
to say,
point
yeah.
for another segment we went over. But yeah, that player's great. Obviously, they have the Dryers, the Chucky Lozanos of the world as well. Great team, and really ready to go for them. Keep rolling. And of course, the biggest match of the weekend was the Florida Derby, right? And so Orlando dominated 4-1 final over Miami. Wasn't messy. It was messy for Miami for sure in a different way. So Messi didn't play in this one, and boy, I mean, Orlando just absolutely dog walked. I mean, they were just. I watched all of that game. They could have scored 9 in that game. I mean, they were crushing it. So I guess shout out to Orlando for that game. And way to go on it.
I mean, very impressed there. But I mean, also, I feel like that is very telling in terms of Miami's capabilities. Obviously, Orlando's a powerhouse, right? But again, very telling to us in terms of how Miami performs when they are Messi-less.
For sure. I mean, it was night and day. I don't know what he would have done defensively to change. I mean, it was crazy watching. I forget the guy's name right now, but then Muriel, the 9 for them, and then the number 10. Name slipped at me. I apologize. Ojeda. Sorry about that, Ojeda. Those two linking up back and forth time and time again. They were electric out there. But great game, Orlando. They are really peaking at the right time. They've been winning a lot. They're further advanced into the Leagues Cup, into the kind of phase 2, which only 8 teams out of 36 make. So Orlando's starting to make some strides for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of what does that do for the standings?
I mean,
We'll, I guess, go Western first like normal.
Let's start with the West. I mean, San Diego sitting in first place. We already addressed that, but I mean, they're sitting in first place with a good lead. I mean, it's a 4-point lead, sitting at 49 points. Yeah, I mean that they're taking, I feel like, great strides, in how they're performing.
Yeah, remember it wasn't that long ago. Vancouver was 9 points, and we were talking about what the hell's going on here, and now all of a sudden they're not 9 points clear; they're 4 points in the rear of San Diego. So that goes to show you what San Diego's been doing, and maybe a little bit about what Vancouver's been doing recently as well.
Yeah, I mean, in addition to that, we've also got Seattle as well, kind of moving up.
Yeah, so they have been rolling recently. Yeah, they obviously won 7-0 against Cruz Azul. They're the only undefeated team in the League's Cup, and then they went and dominated Galaxy, which we know Galaxy have had their problems this year, right? We've talked about it darn near every episode, but yeah, they won 4-0 in that one. I mean, they're scoring goal after goal after goal. Mm-hmm. It's, I mean, man, they're impressive right now.
Yeah.
And then what else? The Austin one? Yeah, Austin. Austin, yeah. Austin sitting in 7th. They're in 7th place. That's one thing that I had noticed. They have the fewest goals in the entire conference, yet sit in 7th place, which I thought was kind of crazy. I just thought it was an interesting stat for everybody. Glad I could trip up Gabby on that one as well.
Yeah, Mark's abbreviations are really getting to me. I know we already off camera mentioned that Mark's notes are confusing, but no, they definitely are.
Noted. My fault on that. But yeah,
I mean,
Austin, if anybody else is confused, sitting 7th. And then what about the East?
In the East, I mean, Austin sitting in 7th in the West, Charlotte sitting in 7th in the East. But, I mean, they're only 3 points out of 4th place, which from that 4th is Orlando, of course. But it looks like there's some smaller gaps in terms of the point variation.
Are we closing it? Yeah, like I said, we're not there yet. We didn't move up after winning, which always stinks, but that's going to happen. The closer you get to first, the harder it's going to be to move out.
I mean, hell, at this rate, Miami's just going to drop out of it on their own. They're just going to keep falling.
Perhaps.
I mean, knock on wood, of course. But, and then in addition to that, Philly's still leading the way with a slightly, what is that, 2 point?
They're up 2 points. Yeah. So over your San Diego, that was the other thing I was going to mention that I wanted to save there. Yeah, was obviously Philly is winning the Supporters Shield, which is obviously the team with the most points regardless of conference. And so they're only 2 points up on San Diego now. So they did drop points this week, but remain on top of that. And like I said, if you look at these standings right now, 1 through 8, got to include New York in there. They're a little behind us, but they have a couple games in hand. They are a couple games played less than us. 1 through 8, I mean, any of them could finish in the top 4 conceivably at this point. We know Charlotte has made that a goal of theirs from the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. Didn't look likely about 7 weeks ago, but now winning 5 in a row, they've moved right up there and really have a great chance. I mean, if you look, not only are we only 3 points back, but Charlotte's got the 10th place team in the West coming up against Salt Lake City. We'll talk about that game in a second. They got the 11th place team next week and the 10th place team the week after that in the East. So teams that are behind them, conceivably weaker teams because they are in the bottom of the conference, right? So still more time to make some hay for Charlotte to even catch up more. But again, all of those 1 through 8, I think the East just as a whole, I mean, that 8 teams any 4 could really make it. It's a mad dash to the end. We're at the crack the whip time, right? We're at the final furlong if we were horse racing right now, right? So that's where we're at, and it looks like any of those 8 teams can make it. It's who's going to be hot and consistent at the end of the season. We hope it's Charlotte. Anything else to add?
No, I mean, I think that about covers everything.
Perfect segment like normal. Yep. And so that does cover everything in the around the league. Last one, everybody's favorite, of course, it is the match day preview. I don't have the week. I forgot to write the week down. We're way up there. It's too many to count, 30-ish.
Yeah.
But anyway, it is, of course, 7th place, Charlotte, with 41 points, facing off against Real Salt Lake. They are 10th place, as I just mentioned, with 31 points. Real Salt Lake, they are coming off a loss to Red Bull last week. Really important piece to this match. So I went to go preview it. I went to, kind of watch some film, and really the only quality film you're going to get from this team. I shouldn't say it like that. I don't mean it that disrespectfully, but the most quality film, the most consistent quality film you're going to get is from Diego Luna, who happened to get a red card in the last match, which seemingly means he's suspended for this game. It was a pretty weak one. I went back and watched it. It was not a great call. It didn't seem to be, and I've heard that they may be able to rescind it, but that hasn't happened yet. So as far as I know, he is not playing this match, and if he doesn't play this match, it makes it very, very, very winnable for Charlotte. I mean, not that it wasn't already even with him on the field, but you go and look at his numbers, you go look at the team's numbers, this guy contributes more than 3 times as many goals to his team than anybody else on the team. He was sitting at, I think it was 14, and the next closest was like 4. So whatever good happens for Salt Lake always runs through Diego Luna. And if he's not available for this game, that will significantly help Charlotte. To be fair, obviously Pep isn't playing for us, and we typically run everything through him. So that does even the playing field, but we knew that was going to be the case coming into the game. They obviously just learned it this past week. You go look at the numbers, they're 28th in the league in expected goals, right? They are not getting forward very much. They're not creating a lot. Again, even when they do, it's with the player I just mentioned. So him off the field really speaks to a game that Charlotte should be able to win, right? That's really the way I'm looking at this. What you have to kind of be careful of when you're facing Real Salt Lake, they're going to be good defensively, right? You do have to kind of break them down patiently. You don't want to get excited. You don't want to kind of, jump the gun like, hey, we are a better team. Let's jump on them early, right? I'm not saying you can't jump on them early. Go ahead and do so if you can, but it should be a patient approach in my opinion. No, nonsense, we'll say, in the back, right? That's going to be the most important thing. If we can just keep it clean at the back, because the way that they typically score is by an ultra aggressive press, right? They wait on you to kind of make a small mistake, and then they go jump on it and try to score real quick. So again, the back line, I mentioned it earlier. I'm excited to watch it out there. Don't know if Topola will be able to play this game. I think he's still waiting on his visa, so I think it'll be the next game that he's able to play. We'll see. I hope he's out there. But even if it's not him, if it's Marshall Ruddy, right, back line's just got to make no mistakes, stay patient with the ball, build it up patiently, right? And there will be some long balls that they can hit from time to time, which will be great, right? I think Toklamati tracing those down will be a really effective formula. At the end of the day, though, I don't see any way, if Charlotte can do those keys, right, just stay on the ball, build it up, no mistakes, Charlotte should win this game going away, in my opinion. Prediction? They're winning it going away, right? Charlotte 3. I got Real Salt Lake 0. I don't see them scoring again. As long as we stay within our game and don't make those mistakes, I don't see any way we don't. I got Toklamati on the board for 2. 1, 2 for Toklamati. And of course, who else is going to score but the guy that I am wearing right now, Wilfred Zaha. Gabby, what's your prediction and assessment of that lovely segment, by the way?
I mean, no, I guess my big fears with the potential, obviously nothing's set in stone, especially if they try to overturn the red card. But with Diego Luna being out, definitely don't want our guys to get ahead of themselves and get too excited and not play the way they should be. I definitely, obviously, I feel like I'm saying that a lot when we are playing those kind of mid to lower level tiered teams. But just want to be like super realistic, especially with Pep being out. But that's not to say that I don't think they're not going to play decent or perform well at all. I mean, they're in the bank, so that's definitely
home sweet home.
Exactly. But no, I think it'll be a good a good game. It's been a hot minute since it's been a Saturday night in the bank too.
It does feel like it's
So I
been a
feel
minute.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the energy is going to be a lot different.
Rocking.
Uh,
Absolutely.
But in terms of predictions, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna sit with 2-0. Obviously
Okay.
Charlotte. But in terms of goal scorers, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Tokomati and Zaha too. I feel like Tok.
I mean, I did get it right last week, so it makes sense to just totally agree with me -1 goal. But yeah, go ahead. Why?
No, I think Tok's been on a hot streak recently, minus the game that he was out for the Leagues Cup.
Yep.
But I mean, I feel like even prior to that, he was playing super well. And he's
Great.
definitely fitting right in to that top little, I would say, those top 3 offensive players very well. And then Zaha, I mean, hopefully his back's not hurting too much from this past weekend, so he can score us a good one. But now, again, Zaha, I think he's really now kind of grown into his full potential. Not full potential, obviously, there could always be more, but I think that he's really showing that Zaha, European style Premier League, esque Zaha
That
we know
volley
and
was
love. So,
exquisite. Oh.
so no, very excited for the weekend, and just excited to see kind of where things go for sure. But
Can I throw a sneaky one that I almost threw on the score sheet, but I ended up not? I ended up going with, actually, I was going to go Toke 2 no matter what, but my sneaky one for the week, Bronico may get on the scoreboard. Bronico, watch. Saying it softly. Throw a little money on it, maybe. I don't know. Just responsibly. Maybe Bronico gets on the score sheet. I don't know. We'll see.
I
Just
definitely like
a
to see
sneaky one there.
Bronico. I don't know. I feel like he always shows out when it's been. Obviously, we've been in the bank a lot recently, but it's not been in the same. We haven't had the same mindset with the Leagues Cup. So coming off that we're back.
We're throwing that away.
Yeah, now that we're back in the regular MLS season games, I think that Bronico, he always performs super well. So I kind of like that little sneaky.
Yeah, and scored in quite a while. But sneaky. I liked how he played at the end of the last game really well. Like I said, I think he may be due for one. We'll see. Well, I think that's it for the show. I appreciate, of course, everybody watching as always. If you haven't already, remember, go like and subscribe. I just drew a blank. I guess, it's the end of the show, right? When you draw a blank, that means it's the end of the show. We will see you all guys later. As always, Charlotte for the week.